You're listening to Tech with Heart, empowering business success in a digital era. Sponsored by Revelio, innovative software solutions that make your business come alive. Here is your host, international best-selling author, speaker, female tech founder, and innovative expert, Michelle Calloway.
Hello and welcome to Tech with Heart. I am your host, Michelle Calloway. Tech with Heart, it's all about empowering entrepreneurs to embrace technologies and systems and strategies that are going to help them be competitive and relevant in today's rapidly changing digital landscape. Today is a conversation specifically for coaches, professional coaches who want to obviously have impact and improve people's quality of life or their career, but also want to make a lot of money doing it so that they can have freedom in their life and career. So with me today, I have a very special guest. His name is Jason Reid, and he is a serial entrepreneur. He's an executive and strategic business coach. He's the owner of profitandrevenuecoach.com. And he has brought a tremendous amount of insights because he too now does coaching, but he's also had many successful careers and businesses and has sold some of them. And now he wants to empower other small business owners, including coaches, to be successful in their business. And there's certain things, there's formulas that you can put in place that will ensure that you are indeed successful. So without further ado, help me welcome to the Tech with Heart stage, Jason.
Thanks, Michelle. Thanks for having me today.
Thanks for being here. You've always provided so much value, and today's topic is going to be a good one for those. I know small business owners that tune in can also get a lot from this interview, but we are going to specifically talk to some of the problems, right? We're going to speak about the problems that professional coaches are having when it comes to running their business in a way that helps them make money. So the first question I'm going to ask you is, what is one of the most common mistakes that you see coaches making when it comes to having a business around their coaching?
Yeah, I think with coaches in particular, they're so good at their specific niche, being able, whether it's a life coach or a health coach or even a business coach, they're very, very good at what they do. But what doesn't always translate is how to take that and produce more leads, more conversions, more sales of their actual business itself. So get really good at what they do, but turning that coaching into an actual business, and a business is where you make money. A hobby is where you just enjoy what you're doing and helping people. So that's delineation of what I find most frustrating for coaches, is being able to actually monetize what they do and they love so much.
Monetization. And that's the same struggle actually with a lot of small business owners too. They step into business because they see a need, they know they can fill the need. Same with coaches, but they struggle with like creating the systems, the processes, the just even getting the mindset around how to go out and target and market, right? So let's talk about targeting and marketing first. What are some things that a coach can do to improve the quality of the leads? We call leads people that are coming into your, tapping on your window or looking at your website or giving you a call or sending you an email that are potentially interested in your services.
I think the very first thing to look at is creating an avatar or a persona. Different people call it different things, but an avatar is really what your ideal customer or customers are, and thinking through what the problems they have, what specifically they are, what's their demographics, what's their psychographics, what are all the different things that make them unique and the very perfect client for you. And I think a lot of times what happens, especially, well, with any business, but coaches in particular, they end up grouping the people that they're trying to coach to as all the same person. So they cast this very wide net saying, I've got to get so many people coming through the door. I got to talk to so many people. They spend a lot of time going after those a very broad-based group of people. And if they create that avatar with a very specific person, name the person, it could be Michelle or Jason or whoever that person might be, name that person, exactly who they are, what's the problem they have, and what's the unique solution that you provide them for that problem. So that's one of the very first things I tell people to look at, is to create that very specific avatar to the exact person that you want to target your business to.
Essentially, by doing that, you're going to cater your marketing efforts and your message, right, to be able to attract more people just like that person, that avatar, right? So that's when we say attract the right clients or attract the perfect clients. That's what you're implying, is that they understand who that is by building a persona or an avatar.
Correct. If you don't do that, like I said, I think what happens is we as coaches, as human beings, want to help so many people. We think we can, and I'm sure you can, but you have to have that person that's also willing to be coached, that is fitting in that exact persona that you're able to help the most, and then you can expand out of that if you find things. But if you don't capture that ideal target customer first, then you're just kind of throwing stuff at the wall, unfortunately.
All right. So now that we understand who our avatar or our perfect client is, what do you also see people or coaches specifically struggling with as far as like going out and creating content that would attract those? What is, I think you have a formula. Don't you have a formula for helping them?
Yeah, so I think I'll talk about a couple different things. So one is really the buyer's journey, and I talk about this a lot as well. And there's different stages of the buyer's journey. The awareness. Sometimes it's just the awareness of even a problem itself, let alone the awareness of you. Some people just don't even know that they have a problem. They have a symptom of that problem, but they don't know how the problem themselves. They don't know that they have the problem. Then it's, should I buy? Then should I not buy? And then ultimately, when I'm ready to buy, I should buy from you. So being able to talk to that person along that buyer's journey is extremely important. And those messages are very different because of the emotion, where they're at along that buyer's journey. So that's just at a high level, one thing that needs to be thought of. The next is really thinking about all the communications you have should be based on, I call it a conversion formula, conversion equation. So it's really about this formula of being able to captivate, then fascinate, then educate, and then find an offer. Other words I've used is interrupt, engage, educate again, and then offer as well. So, and the first part of that is really finding a message. And that's the problem that they have, really honing in. What's that hot button that actually creates your attention? You've got seconds. You're not a big brand like Coca-Cola and the like. You have a second, just a fraction of a second in some instances, to be able to just captivate, to find something that grabs their attention, then to engage with them. So you hit their problem. What's a way that you can further talk about their problem, the solution you may have? The educating piece is the next part of how you, as a coach, can uniquely, or a business, if there's others listening to this, can uniquely solve that problem for them. And then the final piece is the offer. And I just want to be specific on this, because depending on where they're at the buyer's journey, the offer isn't a discount, isn't a do something for me now. Only 1 to 3% of your people you're selling to or marketing to are ready to buy today. And this formula doesn't matter. If they're ready to buy today, they can still purchase from you. But it's really providing them a compelling offer that means that they're ready to engage with you and take the next stage, the next step. So that might just be an article or some sort of formula of your own to have them download, to be able to get their email or their phone number or whatever it is that you want to engage them with. So giving them something in return for you to get something to continue to engage with them to the next phase.
Well, that's a lot. And I know that you have a conversion formula that you're offering some that meet with you to, it's a free gift. And that's a very powerful formula. It's a formula that's proven to work. And so it's around using your avatar and your pain points and then putting it into that formula and then spitting out great content that's going to stop the scroll and obviously attract. So it's like bait. You need to know what kind of fish you're fishing for so that you can use the right bait. And then of course it's about location, right? Where where those fish tend to hang out. So you're using the right lures, the right bait to get them interested in what you have, and then uniquely being able to separate you from others so that you're the one who gets that a client versus your competitors. So that's all great. I know that that's a lot, and we're going to cover a few bit more of just some of the common problems that small business owners and coaches struggle with. But Jason's an incredible guy. He's, like I said, he's a serial entrepreneur, has done this, been there, done that, and now he wants to help others avoid the pitfalls that they tend to fall into. And so some of these things that he's mentioning are the pitfalls. So moving on beyond your avatar and beyond your message now, let's just say you're doing all of that and you're doing great. Now you've got another problem that has arisen, and that is that you have a lot of clients that you're now managing and handling. And what can business owners do on the inside of their business to make it so that workflows are streamlined and efficiencies are created so that there's more automations in place so that they can enjoy the fact that they have more clients and not stress out because now they're trying to figure out how to manage all of these clients?
Yeah, great question. So again, going back to, once you have your avatar, once you have the problem that you have highlighted and the solution you can provide that's unique to you, that makes a difference to them, then start looking at systems that can help you engage with them. And I'll throw out a few different system terminology here. So I've talked to a lot of coaches and they just get overwhelmed with acronyms. So there's CRMs, which means customer relationship management. There's MA, which is marketing automation. There's AI. There's all these little acronyms. I think the benefit and the great thing about being a coach today is there are so many systems in place that you are able to actually use that combine a lot of that. And there's actually even one specific for coaching that can take the things that I just mentioned, but the being able to get the leads, being able to get your customers in a database, and then being able to touch them without you having to touch them every time. So the automation piece, the nurturing part of things can all be done in systems. Again, the marketing automation piece can be done for you. So you just have to set up the content in the first place. And then once that system is set up, or once that content's set up, essentially be able to click a few buttons, and then that will engage with your customers on your behalf. I didn't want to go too specific, Michelle, but if you want me to go deeper, then feel free.
Being able to do business online is crucial for survival, especially during times of social distancing. So how do you survive and thrive in the sea of digital noise? It's a lot like fishing. You need to know who your perfect customer is so that you can use the right kind of lure to attract them. We help you catch your perfect customer and retain them for future sales through highly converting websites, influencer mobile apps, getting you featured in the news and on TV. Hi, my name is Jerry Bowden, U.S. Army veteran and president of Revelio Software Solutions. Our goal is to help you rise above the competition, be seen as an expert authority in your industry, and embrace technology to stay competitive for long-term success. It's more affordable than you may think. So reach out to us at revelio.com, and together we will make your business come alive.
No, I 100% think that we don't have enough time to go into any one of those particular platforms, but it's really super important to understand that in order to grow your business and be able to manage more clients, you need to have certain systems in place, because the last thing you want to do as a coach is to appear to be the end all answer to all the problems that your perfect avatar is having, and then they hire you and then everything just falls apart because you don't have systems in place to give them the information the way that they want to receive it or should be able to receive it, right? You want to have certain things in place, and so that you continue to maintain that professionalism that you desire, that they appreciate, and streamline the processes so that, yes, there are a lot of systems specifically for like even online coaching and teaching that you can implement so that you can have a hybrid model where you do meet with them still, and then you do a little bit of coaching or presentations, and then they can go and do some learning on their own. There's so many amazing opportunities in the world of technology, really, really amazing, that'll take your business and let you scale it beyond what was ever possible in the past when technology wasn't really being utilized. So again, it's where it's really going to be a great idea to reach out to somebody like Jason and to just talk, to find out where you're at and what can be done in a simple way. And then, build it out in stages, because you can't expect everything's going to be done overnight. And you do need a strategist, though. You do need a plan. So
Yeah.
go ahead, Jason. Did you want to add to
Oh,
that?
yeah. I was just going to say at its very simplest, I just take it two piece. It's systems that help you connect and systems that help you organize and optimize. So if you just break it to those two things, then it's a little bit more digestible. And then everything else takes some time, but just think about how do you connect and then how do you organize?
Thank you for simplifying, because that's the goal with Tech with Heart as a platform, is that we really want to simplify technology and concepts so that all small business owners can believe that they can do this. And we do believe you can. And I want you to believe that you can. So thanks for tuning in right now. We're going to move on to then what, right? So, okay, let's just say you've got an incredible amount of leads coming in, that problem solved. Now you've got systems in place. So everybody's being nurtured and guided along through the process, and you're experiencing more freedom in time and in money. So what can you do to keep your revenue from dipping when those that have entered your coaching program come to an end of that program? What are your thoughts on that, Jason?
Yeah, so I know I try to keep it high level, and then I'm an operator, so then I go too deep sometimes. So I'll try to keep it very high level again. So you've got your systems in place, and what I've found talking to a lot of other coaches is they have end dates. So they have a 8-week program or 6-week program or a so many month program, and then it just ends. So over that time, you've created a very good relationship, hopefully, with your client, your customer, however you whatever you call them. But hopefully, you have a whole lot more. And so, one of the things that you can continue to do is create a community. And so, if you're doing individual coaching or even group coaching, if you're doing individual coaching, move those people into a group coaching initiative, because you've done the one-on-one piece, and how do you create a bigger community that continues to learn and engage with each other beyond what you've just done? And if you have a group coaching thing, those things can go on, frankly, forever, because you can come in and you can continue to talk to them about specific strategies and bring those up to the group, and then let the group chime in as well, so they both learn from one another. And then it doesn't have to ever have an end in sight. It just continues to evolve as you evolve, and you evolve with your customer. And if you have those systems in place, so lead nurturing, take the word lead out, because now they're a customer, and use those same systems to now create messages to continue that conversation on your behalf. So example, bad or good, is, okay, this week with our new group, we're going to be talking about go-to-market strategy in XYZ states, if that's what it is. Or now there's something new in the life coaching, this came out, we're going to talk about this specific subject. Everybody come in and we're going to talk about it. So it's a way to continue to engage with your customers on new things past what you've already had your program in place, but also allows you to continue to monetize that amount of time it took, because it takes whole lot more money to get a client than it does to keep a client.
Well, I want to just throw in an extra little bonus thought here, is that when you get to that phase and you do have people cycling back in to do a group, touch base or masterminding or group coaching or whatnot, it may even be a perfect time to bring in a collaborative partner of yours that provides like what's next level as far as with services that they now could use, because you've gotten them to X point in their career journey or whatnot. And so that's a good time to potentially open the doors for other resources that are going to add value to your client, but they came into your client's life through you. So there's that connection. And then there could be a referral commission for those that do step into whatever that other service or product is that your collaborative partner is offering. So there's also that. So a beautiful idea. And you can Also incentivize your customers at this point in their customer journey to become even an ambassador for what has happened and transpired, and how you've helped them transition so much. They could potentially even be an ambassador for your coaching or your brand, and reward them for referrals as well. So there's always something to do with your current customers to keep them engaged and to keep yourself staying relevant for them so that they stay engaged. Great tips. Anything else in that regard before we move on?
No, I think that's great, Michelle. There's partnerships and alliances, and if you think about in coaching as well, but there's somebody that touched them before they touched you, and there's somebody that's going to touch them after they touch you. So if you can create relationships along that line, then not only does it benefit you just as a coach, as a business, but can also benefit you monetarily as well.
Wonderful. Yes, I'm such a fan of collaborative relationships. I know that we can have more impact when we align with others that offer such complementary services, as long as it all feels like, the quality's there, the need is there, and you really feel comfortable working with them. Because if you do make that kind of a warm handoff referral, it really does have a reflection upon you and your brand. So you might want to be sure you vet out your partners to ensure that they are going to indeed take good care of your customers. That's a very big point there as well. So, Jason, now how can people reach out to you, and what are you willing to offer to those that do reach out to you because they heard about you through the Tech with Heart show?
So they can reach me at jason@profitandrevenuecoach.com. That's my email.
Well, we'll put it on the screen, but we'll also follow it up in the email and put it even on the YouTube so that people can reach out to you for what? What would you meet with them and talk to them about?
Yeah, so 15-minute meeting is really just about getting to know you and learning a little bit about me. I only work with so many clients, so it's really making sure that there's a reasonable fit just from a conversation perspective. And then after that, I have a fairly specific process where I go through a number of strategies and interview you. And then if that makes sense, then we can talk about doing an assessment to really get in deep with your business and understand how your business is operating. And then then at that point, if there's a reason for us to work together, I don't sell anything. It's really a matter of making sure that it makes sense. And with my partnership with Tech with Heart, I'm able to offer that assessment with you all if it's the right fit. The other piece that I think is really important, and there's nothing that you need to do to get that, is really getting a hold of the conversion formula, which you can find on the Tech with Heart Foundation website. And that is an absolute must, no matter what you're doing, whether it's a landing page, your website, or even utilizing it for emailing or any other content you're putting out. I would look at what you're doing on your website, and then you can also use it to compare with other people's websites as well, just to see where you're missing. And it's nice, it's fun, I think, to also see where other people, which is most, are missing as well.
Such valuable resources. Thank you so much. I know that having a mentor or somebody to just take a look behind the scenes and how you're set up, it could shorten the distance between success from being 2 years out to being maybe 2 months out. So I highly recommend you take the time and reach out to Jason, and of course let him know Tech with Heart sent you, because he's all in with helping us to empower small business owners, and coaches are small business owners, and you are offering a high value to your clients. And so now it's time for you to get paid highly and get some
Absolutely.
more freedom in your life. So Jason, what is a thought or a phrase that you would like to leave impressed upon those that are tuning in today?
I think it's really around taking action. And a lot of coaches, a lot of us individually, we learn a lot, we listen a lot, but then actually taking action on what we've learned and what we've heard, I think that's the hardest thing, because we get so busy in what we're doing today. So whether that's reaching out to someone like me, whether that's engaging with Michelle or anyone else, it's actually doing something, taking that knowledge that you've learned and absorbed, and taking action on it. So I'll leave you with that. I've got plenty of specific ones, but that's one that has really been resonating with me lately when I've talked to people.
Yes, sometimes it's like just do a little each day, you'll get there.
Absolutely.
But just like turning it down and saying, it's too much, you're never going to get there. So we're here to encourage you, we're here to enlighten you, and we're here to empower you. Tech with Heart network is a great place to come and hang out. If you're a small business owner and you want to be more innovative, you want to implement more technologies, and you just want to have things simplified for you so that you understand it, because you can't do this. We encourage you to go to techwithheartnetwork.com and join our heart-centered, innovative small business community. We're here to grow alongside one another. We love elevating you, and we love to encourage you that you can even embrace things like AI. It's out there. It's something that will help you. It's not to replace you or replace any other human being. It's meant to assist and help, and it really can be very, very useful. So go to techwithheartnetwork.com and join our community. And if you're a business expert like Jason and you have valuable insights that you would like to share with our small business audience and don't mind some publicity in the meantime, please go to techwithheartnetwork.com and reach out to us there on our contact form and let us know what you would like to talk about, and we'll identify if you're a good fit or not. We would love to hear from you. So thank you for tuning in here today. Here's to your success.
Your story needs to be seen and heard, and your brand needs to be revealed. Revealio elevates purpose-driven businesses into the spotlight through video storytelling, augmented reality video marketing, and professional website design. Get discovered online or in the news. Be featured in national magazines or host your own TV, podcast, or live radio show. Together, we make your brand come alive. All it takes is Revealio. Visit Revealio.com to get started today. Minority and service disabled veteran owned.